Hey again, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today is January 21st, 2022, and it is extremely cold here in North Texas. We've been hitting in the upper teens or lower 20s, which it's not wholly unusual for this time of year, but it is pretty unusual for North Texas anyway. So I do have a topic today, and I think it is an important one, and I hope that you enjoy it. The topic is gaslighting, and what is gaslighting? I think let's start with where the term gaslight came from. There was a movie that was made in the 30s and then again sometime in the 40s. Same movie, different characters, same story as far as I know. But there was a wealthy widow who attracted the attention of this fellow, and part of how he was trying to make her question her sanity, or actually maybe send her into a slightly crazy state of mind, was that he would adjust the gas lights in the house. Back in this era, the lighting in the houses were gas lit, so he would adjust the valves in the basement to make her think that somebody was in the house or someone was in this room when they weren't, etc. Part of the ways that he was getting her to question her sanity. And the narcopath does something very similar. Whether they do it to make you question your sanity or not is, the jury's kind of out on that one. I don't know if that's exactly why they do it. And even to this day, I haven't come up with a better term than gaslight, because it's not really exactly lying. We know that it's manipulation. We know that they are distorting facts for you, whether it's adding information or subtracting data. They're distorting things so that well, for a number of reasons, so that they can get by with what they want to get by with, so that they can manipulate you into doing things, throw you off of whatever truth that you might be discovering at the time. The narcissist will lie to you, double down, and begin to gaslight you. And it's very frustrating if you have encountered this, because it's extremely hard to know when they're doing it. You almost have to journal, and in my case, I started using some video on my phone to revisit some of the conversations that I'd had with some of the narcopaths, and sure enough, things just didn't add up. So if the narcissist is telling you that 2 + 2 = 5, and they have some bizarre reason why it equals 5, you're probably being gaslit. It's a very hard thing to see. If I were to say that there was one tool in the bag of tricks that the narcopath uses, it would have to, if there was a number one insidious one, gaslighting would be it. Because lying to you, you already know they lie to you. They lie about you. Smear campaigns happen regardless if somebody is a narcissist or not. These things happen anyway, but the gaslighting, the distortion is something it's really hard to put your finger on. And once you start to put your finger on, you can see how they manipulate. Now, they're real slippery, so you don't always know what kind of data is going to be added and what kind of data is going to be subtracted. But let's just say, for instance, you found out that your narcopath was, I don't know, maybe she was at the bar with her friends rather than at the teacher's meeting that she says she was at. And so you become aware of this through the grapevine, or, I don't know, credit card receipts, whatever you find out. And as you begin to question them, they'll double down. First of all, lie. If they can't get you to accept what they're telling you, they may start to distort the truth or pad the language or change the language just enough to get you to accept what they're saying. It's extremely dangerous too. The reason why it is so dangerous is that, as we've discussed many times before, the narcissist that's at the convenience store, or someone who you might know in some casual relationship somewhere, some business relationship, is not the same as a spouse or having a narcissistic parent or whatnot. This is these are relationships that the narcissist enjoys your trust. There's a certain level of trust that goes along with these when you're interacting with people at this level. And they know this, make no mistake. They do know that they have you in this relationship, that they can do pretty much whatever they want to do, and you probably won't question it, maybe for years, maybe for decades. But things just don't seem to add up. And as they continue to not add up, you might start to question, hey, this doesn't add up. My experience would be the narcopath would tell me one thing. It didn't sound right. I would question them on it. So they would tell me, you misunderstood. Okay, I misunderstood. I can't tell you how many times I must have misunderstood, because I must just be really, really slow. I just always misunderstand somehow what they have told me. What I told you was this. You misunderstood. I'm sorry that you misunderstood me. Can't tell you how many times I've heard that. You must be mistaken. You're imagining things. These are actual word for word things that I've heard when I have confronted the narcissist. Before going no contact, remember the rule, folks. If you can go no contact, and don't ever look back. But in the middle of this, you may not be even aware that you're talking to the narcopath in charge, or whether you're talking to one of their flying monkeys, one of the people that they manipulate around you. It's hard to tell, because they've been running this game for a really long time. And I'm sorry I digressed there, but I was going to mention why it is so dangerous to you. It's not just the fact that they're lying to your face and distorting things to keep facts away from you, but you begin to adjust your way of thinking around these people. And as you begin to adjust your way of thinking, you take those lenses, if you will, out to the rest of the world, and you become accustomed to behaving in certain ways because you've adjusted your navigation system, if you will, your conscience, the inner voice, these things that we are supposed to listen to that we don't most of the time, which is why we get in trouble with narcopaths, because we don't pay attention to the red flags, or I didn't anyway. I'm confession, I didn't pay attention for many years. But you get to where you're not paying attention to all the thousands of calculations that are going on that tells you something is not right. Well, eventually that part of your brain is going to shut down, and you're going to act on it. You're going to act that way with this person. It may set you up for failure for the next person, and the next narcopath, and the next one, and the next one. It adjusts your way of thinking. And again, I'm not an expert, and I don't want to go off into areas that I don't know too much about, but I have heard that the repetition that strengthens and confirms, it actually makes neural pathways in your brain. So you're acting on false information from your abuser. It can be really, really damaging and dangerous out in the world. I know I found myself in many dangerous situations as a young adult because of what I had experienced previously. It can really have it can have a really negative effect on you. So if you're starting to recognize, and it's hard, I know, because you want to be trusting and you want to trust the people that are around you, but if you're starting to recognize that, hey man, 2 and 2 doesn't equal 5, and this person's telling me this, and something's wrong, you know what? Something's probably wrong. And will you ever be able to uncover the exact truth and what they've told you? Probably not. It's designed that way. Remember, the narcissist is really good at keeping secrets, and they want to keep those secrets. They don't want you to know. So on that note, oh yeah, someone had just asked. There was a comment on one of the videos earlier today that said that why is being open and honest? This goes along with gaslighting. Why is being open and honest such a threat to the narcissist? Because, and it's real simple, if you're open and honest, that would require the narcissist or the narcopath to be open and honest. And if they were open and honest, man, would you see the rats scurry? Oh my God. They have so many secrets that they don't even know who they are. And so they you're a threat. Anytime that there's open and happy and honest people around the narcissist, they don't really want to be around those people. They were not going to seek those kind of people out. They're not going to seek out healthy people either. That's why we have to move as low contact as you can, eventually go no contact, and then when you get on the other side of the narcissist, you're going to find out that life is so much better. I can't even tell you, God, I can't tell you, even if it's your last 10 minutes on earth, it's worth it, because you'll have experienced a kind of it's kind of a calm and serenity that's just not possible around the drama, the crazy making and nonsense and the gaslighting that the narcissist creates for us. What a dismal bunch of monsters they are, aren't they? Just really now. Anyway, okay, so I hope that's I hope that sheds a little bit of light on gaslighting, where it came from, how they do it, and what to do about it. I'm glad to see y'all. I am going to ask a favor, though. A lot of people ask for the like and subscribe. I have never asked for that before, but if you do like what I've been putting out, please do like and subscribe. And if you'd like to share these videos, please do. That would mean a lot to me, and I always enjoy the comments. So if you have a story about gaslighting, something to comment, put it down there. I would like to read it. So anyway, all right, well, I'm going to sign off, and it's good to see you all again, and I hope to see you all again real soon. Thanks.